A dictatorship is a system in which a single individual has total authority over the government of a nation. Dictatorships are often seen as being clearly terrible and one of the worst forms of government, and they definitely have some big problems. But they also offer a few benefits. This video takes a look at the pros and cons of dictatorships. Dictatorships can be more efficient than democracies. Think about how long it takes for something to pass through an elected legislature like the United States Congress. In a dictatorship, one person gets to act unilaterally, which allows them to respond very quickly to problems and other situations that arise. This obviously comes with a big drawback in that there is no debate or discussion over a response, and there is nothing to make them step back and think about something before reacting. Dictators don't have to answer to special interests or other groups. In democracies, there are many times when special interest groups lobby elected officials behind closed doors and attempt to push lawmakers to make laws favorable to themselves. In many democracies, powerful individuals and interest groups are enormously successful at this. A dictator would actually be more immune to this because there's a lot less outside groups can offer. Dictators are accountable to no one. Since dictators hold all of the power, they have no reason to answer to anybody else. Unlike in a democracy, voters can't hold them accountable. There are no courts or legislatures to check their power. This means that if a dictator decides to do something bad or ignorant that has damaging consequences, there is nothing anyone can do to stop them. Dictatorships don't allow for clean and legitimate transfers of power. While democracies have elections that help move power from one leader to the next, dictatorships have no such thing. Dictators typically transfer power at death, meaning there is no leader overseeing the transition. The smoothest scenarios typically involve power passing from father to son. However, even this can get complicated if there are multiple sons who want power, or no sons and it has to pass to another relative. The passage of power can also allow others to attempt to violently seize power. This means even if dictators themselves are generally good rulers, the country will undergo massive political turmoil every few decades when a new leader has to be chosen. Additionally, even if one leader is good, it is unlikely that you'll be able to consistently maintain a high-qualified dictator as power moves from generation to generation. Dictatorships can be one of the most efficient and effective ways to govern if you have a truly spectacular person who is the dictator, someone who's incredibly smart and compassionate. However, it is exceedingly rare to actually see dictators who have those qualities, and for them to remain uncorrupted for the entire duration of their rule, and for them to pass power to a similar individual. And when dictators are terrible people, it creates an enormous disaster. This means in practice they are usually the worst form of government we see today, far inferior to democracies of any sort. Let us know what you think about the pros and cons of dictatorships in the comments below, and like and subscribe to learn more.